Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Last night, PSG destroyed Aston Villa 3-1 in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals, and honestly, if it wasn't for Martinez, it could have been a lot worse in terms of the scoreline. PSG broke Aston Villa apart going forward. Every time PSG had any kind of attack, I thought they were going to score, and I just don't think that the only way the Villa could, could come back in the second leg is if they win like 3 or 4-0 and PSG don't score. But honestly, I can't see it happening, and I don't think Aston Villa are good enough defensively to stop PSG. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously. But I just think if it would have stayed 2-1 or 1-1, or if Aston Villa could have got a goal back to make it 2-1, I would have said, okay, they're able to come back. But 3-1, I think that's way too much, to be honest. As I said, if there was a way Aston Villa could stop PSG from scoring a goal, I would have said okay. But let's be honest, Aston Villa defensively this season have not been great, and the way PSG play on the counter attack is going to be way too much for Aston Villa. That's what I think anyway. Obviously, I could be wrong, but we'll have to wait for next week. And I think the semi-finals are going to be Arsenal versus PSG, because I don't think Arsenal will drop a 3-point lead, even if it is to Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid have the quality to hurt Arsenal, of course they do, but I just don't think they'll be able to come back from 3 goals down, but anything can happen, obviously. I've seen Real Madrid come back from bigger from bigger from bigger results. So who knows? And I think the other semi-finals are going to be Barcelona, because I don't think Dortmund will be able to come back from that result last night. I think it was 4-0 in the end, or maybe even 5. I can't remember the final result. And the other quarterfinals were Bayern Munich versus Inter Milan, and even though it's just 2-1, I think at home Inter Milan's gonna be way too strong for Bayern Munich. But we'll have to wait and see. As I say, I took all of the second legs. I would say the Bayern Munich and Inter game is probably the most interesting because it's only 2-1. But I still think Inter Milan will have enough to get over the line at home. So, so we'll have to wait and see next week. But let me know what you thought about these games down below if you, and thank you for the support. Have a good day. Stay safe. Please like the video. Please share the video. And as I said, please thank you for the support. Have a good day. Stay safe. Bye bye. If you want to follow me on social media, it's Anthony Talk 1. That's Anthony Talk number 1 on Instagram and anywhere else. Apart from TikTok, it's just Anthony Talk on TikTok. So thank you for the support. Have a good day. Bye bye. Stay safe.